Hey guys, it's Kip from Famous by Friday Pickleball. Got a brand new paddle to review, the Legacy Pro. Been very anxious to get this paddle in. A friend of mine had it a couple months ago and I got to hit this a little bit and I ordered it. It's just taken a little while to get in because they're back ordered for a while. So very anxious to get out to the court and hit this paddle. It does have very similar properties to a lot of other paddles that I've tested and a lot of other paddles we've seen. It is 16.5 inches by 7.5 inches long. It's 8.1 ounces. The core is a 16 millimeter polypropylene core. The face is a Toray T700 carbon fiber face. It does have multiple layers. The core is a little bit different. It's got compressed 8 millimeter cells, which Legacy says will combat vibration and give the ball a little more dwell time. Another difference in this paddle, and we've seen this before in a couple other paddles, but it's got the thermoform, the heat molding around the perimeter of the paddle. You can actually take the outside cover of this, or the edge protector, off of this paddle and it still stays intact. Now Legacy says that will give it added stability and an increased sweet spot. It also has a little foam around there underneath the thermoforming, so it's actually under the heat mold and it'll stay intact, and also that increases the sweet spot and the stability. Another cool little item with this paddle, and I kind of wonder if it's going to affect how it plays, is the polypropylene core and the carbon face run the entire length from top to bottom. It goes all the way underneath the handle, and it gives this paddle just an increased structural advantage. We've seen a lot of other paddles that break right in this area. We know which companies that happens to, and it happens a lot. They're very fragile right here at the neck. Well, there is a Legacy Pro video out there where they actually try and break this, and it's very hard to do. In fact, they didn't even succeed on the video trying to break it because it makes this paddle so stable and so solid. And other companies have tried that as well and done that as well. But Legacy Pro has a lot of these different qualities added to the structure that we've come to kind of know and love. So, headed out to the courts right now. I hope you're going to be there. I've already had a couple of requests to hit this paddle, so I hope you're going to be there too. So, I'll be back, headed to the courts. Brand new Legacy Pro. All right. Sadness. Hey guys, I'm back. Just spent the last couple of weeks with the new Legacy Pro. This paddle is very cool. I'm going to kind of go down the attributes. It does have power. It has quite a bit of power. And there are occasional flyers built into this paddle. Not only with dinking, but with serving, returns. Every once in a while there's going to be a little bit of a flyer because this does have pop. It does get the ball out there quick. But as far as an advantage, and I've talked about this in the past, I'm kind of a defensive player that likes to turn into offense. I'm going to go back and try and get everything defensively. If you get this paddle in front of a ball, it's going back. It's got nice kick, so you don't have to swing. You don't have to get to a position where you're kind of, having to muscle it a little bit. If the ball hits this paddle, it's going back. And it's going back. It's got accuracy. Just the consistency's not always there because you've got just a little bit of pop. But once you adjust to that, this paddle is so much fun. It does have an enormous sweet spot. You can pretty much hit this paddle anywhere on the face. Once again, that helps you defensively because you may not be in the best position. You may not have a lot of time, but if you get this paddle in front of it, the ball's going to go back. Very stable. And once again, I wonder if that goes back to, I know it's got the heat forming, the thermoform around the edges, and I know it's got the foam around the edges, but I really kind of have to wonder if it's a combination of that and a combination of the face and the core going all the way down through the handle where there's just no flex, but it's really soft because of the multiple layers of Toray T700 carbon. It's nice and soft. It's very controllable. It's just a really nice paddle. And maybe the oddest thing I'll say during this whole review is it's a 16 millimeter paddle that almost plays like a 14 millimeter paddle. It's very quick through the air, very evenly balanced. Once again, I kind of wonder if that's the whole face core combo that goes all the way through the handle. Very evenly balanced. You can get this paddle through the air real quick. And it, like I said, the power and the quickness almost relates to a thinner paddle or maybe a 14 millimeter core or maybe less. That's cool too. This paddle does a lot of cool things. The only negative I have about this paddle, and it's a minor negative, but I kind of wonder if this could turn into, I kind of wonder where it's going to go. This paddle marks up real quick. I used an eraser on it to get some of the ball markings off, but I don't know if you can see it, but you can actually see the core starting to show through. It's a little bit worse on this side. And I've only hit this, like I said, I've only been on the court for a week, and it really marks up. You can see, it almost looks dirty instantly. I go back to maybe the Diadem original icon that you could see where you'd hit the ball over and over again. It really marks up quick, and I wonder if that's going to affect playability down the road. In a couple of months, I may have to add a follow-up to this review. That's the only negative I have. I'm really anxious to hear if any of you played with this paddle, what your results were, what you thought of it. If it's gone in your bag, I know I always usually end these with, is this paddle going to go in my bag? And right now, yes. And I don't say that very often. Right now, yes. This does so many of the things I do, it does well. So it helps me be a better player. And every once in a while, you just start with a paddle and just think, wow, this really is cool. And this was one of those paddles. So let me hear whether you played with it, if you like it, what your thoughts were. I'd love to hear from you. As always, hit like, hit subscribe. Please come back. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great day. Get out and play. serving speeds on this. Because I can't believe it's got a little pop.